extend this lead here in Week 5.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Going for it all. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the 1st down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. The DBs will back off a bit. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 22 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Tigers looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Golden Gophers head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one run. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes a catch. Runs through the tackle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, there's an example of going to your tight end on third down. You don't quite have to throw to the sticks with him because he can make somebody miss and then go do the rest of the work himself. Really nice individual effort that time by the big fella.
Running inside, it's Taylor. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Off play action on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial. But it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start. And they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They come out for the first time in this second half, but lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Here's Underwood to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll run the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug me.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing, Underwood. Get it out on the screen. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have some...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. Here's a little room there. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Minnesota sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tracy. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Finds his man. It's Helms. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Taylor. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Underwood on the play action. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hansen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The lone back's got it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. They'll give it to the back. Sweet cut there. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll use the running game on first and goal. The draw draws nothing except... Swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Underwood sets up the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. To the air, it's Underwood. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the route is on. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Looking downfield on first down. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. There's some room. Lowers those pads. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Snags it, and he's open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Golden Gophers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Taylor. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. The Gophers will take their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a...
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Here's Underwood to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Buchanan.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He's taking a deep shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And this offense has obviously had success, but, man, they haven't done it on the ground. And late in this football game with the lead, love to see if they can do what they just did. Establish the ground game, let that clock tick.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Running to the left. Got enough for the first. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And here we go, final play of the game right here. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.